What's up, people? Welcome to Everybody Last Podcast. I am Brendan Ridge.
I'm CN.
Today we got a special guest, our very first guest on our podcast.
Alex Nyamohanga.
See, bet you can't say that 3 times.
Yeah, we had him say it because I didn't want to butcher it. And
I damn sure was going to screw it up.
It's my only special name.
Yep. So I think for this one, we're pretty much just going to focus on interviewing you, Alex. And, you know,
Fucking.
Yeah, I mean, and if anything else comes out of it, you know.
So this is an interrogation?
Yeah, kind of.
So let me ask a question before you start saying stuff and pissing me off. How long have you been doing comedy?
About a year now.
About a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you call your comedy?
Like the style? Like what style?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, first of all, it's like a clean comedy.
Clean?
Clean comedy.
So you don't curse or nothing?
I don't do that one. So, and I try to just like do things out of like comparisons.
Mm-hmm.
As well as like my experience in America and like living in Kenya.
That's pretty good. So like if I said fuck you, you wouldn't send me nothing because you don't curse, right?
I'll say it in a clean way.
I get that.
So you're originally from Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long you been in America?
About 10 years now.
10 years.
Mm-hmm.
ICE agents. Remember, his name is Alex. Agua, whatever. Okay.
There's a lot of Alex sneaking out.
No, remember this shot right here.
Oh my gosh.
Donald Trump said he's getting rid of all y'all. So you and the Mexicans, y'all got to go.
You're true.
Oh wow. I'm from here, you bastard. So, since you be over here, do you find it to be how are the people? Are they hospitable? Are they judgmental? Or, you know, comparatively speaking to
how old were you when you left Africa?
I left when I was 14.
14. So.
Oh yeah, you have a good judge.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It depends with the particular person. Sometimes people can be rude. Sometimes people can be like really engaging. Mm-hmm. Something I found experiencing like was a shock over here was like in like an example like in African cultures, people will be friendly to one another. Neighbors will be friendly to each other. Like you will know like your next door neighbor and like somebody who lives way down across the street. And when I came here, I was surprised. I know, like down the street.
Oh, down the street.
Yeah.
So they got streets.
Basically.
Oh.
They got streets. Yes.
So ain't no lions running around and ain't monkeys coming through the trees. Ain't no shit like that.
Nah. It's beautiful right now. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It has evolved.
It has.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be damned.
Kind of like you, but yeah.
Well, that's debatable.
Sound like me. I heard him. Okay. You also heard that faggot over there talking about that debatable, but it doesn't matter. Okay. He's not international like Alex. Okay. Okay. So
well, I got.
Like here.
You what?
But nah, here in America, I think like I was shocked to be surprised. Like people don't even know their neighbors. Like,
right.
Can live like somewhere.
Yeah, that's different.
I know. It's surprising.
It's kind of like city stuff. I think because in the country people tend to know their neighbors a little bit more, but in the cities because people when it get hot, people be acting all stupid and shit, so they kind of close themselves off so that they don't have to deal with all that.
Try Africa. It's hot all the time. So
I know my neighbors because I talk to everybody, but I'm one of a kind, of course. So. Yeah.
So speaking of which, Mr. One of a Kind, in 2025 we have this thing about we're going to give Brendan a good date, okay? And we're gonna have 4 different chicks, okay? And he's gonna go out with them, right? And we're gonna the show's going to treat them, which I think is kind of fucked up because I think he's just getting 4 free meals. But he's going to go out with the chicks and try to find, and he tries to find a good young lady for him. And what do you think? You think that's a goal for us? Mm-hmm. Do you think Mike could do that?
I don't know. Next
really?
Year. Yep.
Are you dating?
We got you. Nah, I'm not dating.
Really?
When's the last time you had man, woman, I don't know what you go
Man.
for.
Oh, okay. Good job. Listen,
I don't want to
I do not agree with the temperature of the show at this point. Oh, man.
Well, I kind of thought you were trying to suggest something by bringing that dating thing up, you know what I mean?
No,
I was
trying to hook y'all up? Oh, wow.
I really thought...
If you was gay, you could do better than him. Okay? I got you.
Right.
So you may not be dating dudes, but you're dating white women? You got some white women? You know all the African guys want a white woman. So,
for citizenship.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. Okay.
I don't know. So you ain't kidding, motherfucker. Again, ISS.
Well, for all the ladies out there, how old are you?
I'm 25.
25. Mm-hmm. Youngin'.
And when you came here, you were 14, so you've been here for like 10 11 years. You finished high school here.
Yep. Finished high school here.
Are you in college or?
No, I just I graduated from college, so I went and took my associate's degree, and then afterwards I went back to get my real estate license, and then I don't know what I want to do with my
What's your associate's in?
It's theater and business.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Theater.
Yep.
I do. So you can act. Give me King Lear, fifth. I mean, you don't know who King Lear is, but you a theater major. Oh my goodness.
I'm not lived like you for that.
Who is King Lear?
Huh?
Who is King
Exactly.
Lear?
That's a Shakespeare character in a Shakespearean play. It's fucking famous. Okay, first of all, not only Russians send people over here and plant them in, because I think you're a plant, okay? Because you don't know nothing, okay? How you a theater major, you don't know who Shakespeare is? I think he's a plant, America. Okay?
They only taught me of Romeo and Juliet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you'd have stayed in school longer, you'd have heard more, Macbeth and all the rest of them.
And plus, to be honest, Shakespeare was not my,
Taylor the Shrew, I'm just saying. So a few.
What did you like about theater? Was it
drew you
musicals or?
Oh, what drew me was I don't know. I felt like engaging with the audience more.
Yeah.
So.
Is that why you like comedy?
Yep. It's so.
How'd you even get into comedy?
How did I get into comedy?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't even let you answer. You were saying you were saying why you like theater, and then you can tell us how you got into comedy.
Oh, the reason, I like theater because I feel like I've always kind of had a humor, so I wanted to give a shot on theater stuff. And it's working because you can have different characters and just play a certain character every time.
So have you ever been in a stage performance? You play Othello or somebody?
My first ever performance was Beauty and the Beast.
And you played the Beast, right?
I wanted to. But no, I
you
did
the
folk and the folk and the God.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Beast show. And
can you sing pretty good?
Yep.
I feel like he surprisingly would have a good singing voice.
My last performance that I did last year was Your Good Man Charlie Brown.
Okay.
And I played the character Schroeder.
Okay. Just how many lines does Schroeder have? I just don't see you coming across real clear as a little white boy playing the piano. Okay? It's imagery there.
I acted like I was playing the piano.
I mean, that was fun though. You know what I mean?
It was good.
Wow.
And like comedy, how did I start it?
Yeah, like how'd you get into it?
I wanted to like explore my other options too. So I just threw myself out there. So like my first ever show. So I found like a Facebook post. They needed like talents. So I was like, alright, I'm gonna go try comedy, and then it went well.
Was it improv or was it?
It was basically like they needed comedians, singers, dancers, and all of that. It was like a community theater, community place in Columbus. So I went over there and I tried and I killed it, which was pretty good for my first time ever.
Really?
You know. And then my second time, I did not know about like the mics in Columbus. So like when I googled where I can find open mics, like the first thing that Google showed me was in Cleveland. So I drove like 2 hours away, and the crazy part was once I got there, I found that it was not a comedy open mic but a music open mic.
Oh wow!
I know, right? So I ended up doing it, and it did not go that well. And I had 2 hours to like
drive back home.
I know, right?
They
So
didn't. You didn't do it anyways.
I did it, yeah. I did it, but it did not go that great. And I'm like, okay, well. So then I came back to the attic, and then I just started from there.
How'd you hear about the attic?
The
The attic is our local, one of our local comedy clubs for people who do not know.
Yep. So I'm in the attic. Well, the first time I went to the attic was I went to one of my friends, and when I got up on stage to say, I did not think that it was what is it called, like the workshop.
Okay.
Yep. I wanted to say jokes, but then like Sister Lou was like, you can't do it. And the crazy part was like I did not see, because like standing on that stage, when I looked at Sister Lou, man, she was darker. Like it was so it was so dark, like I couldn't see. I was like, what? So
you was trying to call Sister Lou black? Is that what you're saying? I mean, that's what I got from you. Okay.
Nah, like
she's
the
a
room was
gorgeous
so.
woman. So
I know she is, but
that's not what you're saying though. It's
all
on
I'm saying
national
is
TV.
like
And we can play this back and make sure that we have it on tape what you said. But it's not me, Sister Lou, because you know girl. But
I thought
it's
it was
Alex.
I thought it was one of your ghosts, one of your ancestors' ghosts. But yeah, anyway, nah, I'm kidding.
Oh, I get what he's saying. He's saying even your family's ghosts are black. That's what he's saying. I'm not saying. I'm just trying to interpret or understand. That's all. Anyway, that's cool. You started going to the attic, and then
Nah, my hands, y'all ain't getting away with that bullshit. Oh my goodness! What kind of bullshit? First of all, don't nobody care where you started out at. Number one, you either bastard. Okay, how dare them sit there and talk about all night? He said my sister's ghost was black, and he said all my family, was black. Like, he didn't say black, he said black.
No, I said ghost.
He's allowed to do that.
How is he allowed to do that? African boy. How is he allowed to do that? Is that Tarzan and that's why you identify? Fuck both of y'all. Okay. Anyway, check this out. Hold on. That was wrong. I shouldn't have said that. Okay, but to hear my feelings though. Y'all know I'm very sensitive.
You are? You've lived for so long and you are.
Okay, now I think I'm over it. I had a moment there. I think it's gone. Y'all was tripping. Y'all was tripping like a motherfucker.
When Sienna and I first met Alex, Alex would always ask us like advice or critiques, and the one thing we'd always say is just be more clear. And
he's so clear, can't you?
The thing is, he's been
Articulate.
clear this whole time, but every time you diss CN, you got to be clear so that people can really hear the insult.
Oh, he's very articulate.
We gotta make sure they really hear exactly how you're dissing CN because it's.
Oh yeah, we want that part to be real clear.
It's very important. So,
All right.
yes.
Wow, it's amazing how this shit works out. You know what I mean?
What would you say was the most difficult part of comedy for you when you first started, and now?
Again, this circles back to Sister Lou. One thing I found difficulty. Again, this is actually pretty good because she gave me an advice where like I still use it till today, whereby she said that because at first I wanted to get like my mark, and I looked at the American comedians, and they talked about things in America, and so when I went up on stage, I started talking about things in America until Sister Lou sat me down and she told me that we've had
this way for show, that way to go. That's what she told you. That's what I want you to take away from this. Well, how was it though?
Thank you, Grim Reaper.
Back
to you, Alex.
Fuck him. Okay, how was it though, Alex? So, I mean, when you realized that maybe you needed to switch, the tempo or direction. How was that moment for you?
It was kind of like I went home and sat down and I started reflecting, and I'm like, well, I think I can like start trying to say outside things outside America, and that way people can relate from another country rather than like hearing the same things over and over and over again. So I kind of brought my unique sense into the stage and like comparing, and people that way people can know what's the difference like between this culture and the culture.
What did I tell you when I first met you? Besides, oh my God, you're your punk ass in the country. But I think we had a conversation about you being more Afrocentric, to whereas you played up, because I would get jokes from you, you know what I mean? I'd be like, Wakanda forever and bullshit. And then I'd be like, you should get those jokes because, I'm talking about you. I'd be like, what that African said when he came up here?
Well, CN would want to go on after you just to make...
He knows it. Because he used to want to go on after me.
And the reason that's why he said like he couldn't hear me because he's deaf in both of his ears.
You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm just saying, America. Donald Trump's got it right. Not everybody should be allowed to come over here. That's what I'm saying. But
and some people should be returned back to their countries like CM.
My ass come from New Orleans. Fuck you. Okay, so let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this. Okay, what are you doing now? What are your plans for 2025?
Well, my plans are basically continuing on chasing my dreams. So pursuing comedy and acting. So also doing the real estate. Continue doing like real estate stuff with the business. That's my plans. And to like grow as a comedian and as an actor. And then as an actor. As an actor. Grow as a comedian.
Like a radio actor? You ain't trying to put that in front of a camera, are you? Oh, stop playing.
Well, we decided to, so...
People love our voice.
Because look at me. And then we use you as the opposite. Like, you're like a contrast.
People love my accent.
Only white, lonely women love your accent. The rest of us find it a little tedious.
Yeah, what about you?
I find it very tedious, motherfucker.
So like, what would
He's just probably jealous, so...
I think he kind of... I mean, he probably...
I started drunk when you said I say all kinds of shit, and you know that. And I never mean to hurt your feelings, you know what I mean? I never mean to be ugly with the shit I say, but I say some of everything. And, but you've met people who meant to be ugly with the shit they say. How's that been?
I don't know. Mostly like again, we can circle back to acting.
Mm-hmm.
The first rule about like acting is kind of like if you go for auditions and stuff like that. Most of the times you may get rejected and sometimes you may get accepted. But the most thing you get told is don't take it into heart.
Mm-hmm.
So I like from that point forward, I've learned to like not take anything into heart. Like I've just whatever somebody says, they say it. At the end of the day, it's my life. I decide on what I want to do with it. It's not
Very healthy way to look at it.
Yeah, I
trip out like a motherfucker.
I had to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
With comedy especially, like I thought I had thick skin, and then getting into comedy, I was like, I started taking some stuff personal, and it's just like, I think comedy has a cool culture, but it's very misleading in some ways. Look, this guy, can you believe this guy?
It's his bedtime, so
He thinks since he's 100 years old, he can do whatever he wants. He can't,
I wasn't, but hey, can I help you? I don't know, dude. I'm in the middle of a podcast, and I wasn't supposed to answer the phone, but I decided to answer because you. Let you talk on it. Why would we let you talk on it?
Okay, hey Justin, can I be a special guest?
Justin not here, fool. I told you. This is KZ Varese, and he's from the animal shelter clinic. How you doing, sir? Big buffalo, anyway. So
did you hang up on him?
Yeah, he hung on me because he knows. I was gonna. How was it?
There we go
again. That's another person. This is just ridiculous. At least he's a chick.
In America, he will not turn his phone off.
No, I got 17 grandchildren. Anything can happen. I have 6 kids, okay? Anything can happen. And with my kids, they dumb as fuck. So anything can happen, okay?
The boomer generation and stubbornness.
Yeah, well, life's a bitch, okay? Okay, Alex. So you're like a, okay, let's see, you're a failed actor, you're a failed comedian, and you're a failed real estate agent. Is that what's happening here?
No.
Okay. I'm just fucking with you. You're 25, so you have a chance to fail at everything and then become successful at a lot of shit, too.
That's good.
So, other than that, what are your goals? I mean, what are you about other than... of course, you're real estate. You got your license, so now you want to sell some shit. That's, I mean, that's what a person does. You're a salesman, okay? And when you're doing comedy, you're a salesman because you have to sell yourself on stage. You know what I mean? So it's like good for your job. You know what I mean? As well, you know what I mean? Because once you get used to acting and everything else and being out on the forefront of everything, then selling should like come in. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah, I mean, because really comedy is harder than selling. Because selling is a lot of rejection as well, though. You know what I mean? So they go hand in hand, don't they?
Do you think you're gonna try to use your comedy in your realty? Yeah,
you gonna sell some African shit. Look, I have a bridge in Kenya to sell you all. Okay.
The funny realtor. I don't know.
How you worded it, it was kind of different. Hey, I'm pretty sure that got abolished.
You don't know that. So, I have a really cool but fucked up question for you. Okay. Black guys in America think that African guys look down on us. Okay? Because I know some Nigerian brothers who told me to my face that I was a watered down version of the original man. So I don't count and shit. I was like, oh my God. So, I mean, is that
so,
like...
hey, it's not just white people that say that, okay? Anyway.
About to get ugly in this motherfucker, America. All I'm saying is it's on videotape. I know the judge is gonna say, "Yeah, I'll fuck you up right then myself." So I know I won't get serious time for this shit. But I'm about to kill me a white boy in a fucking international. So is that true or not?
thought that it is. But
Why?
I don't know, cause
It's very diplomatic. I find that it is. Bitch, you know it is. No, I'm just saying. So why is that? Cause
mostly I thought due to the fact that in America there's a lot of opportunities, in every aspect.
really.
Mm-hmm.
So your
Rather
color,
than, like-
your color has never gotten in the way of anything you try to do here in America.
It's not that.
No, I'm saying.
Let me explain.
Oh,
let me
then please,
explain. Yeah.
please explain, my brother.
No, because see,
I need
here's the
some more.
thing.
I need some more liquor. The good people from Grey Goose, you guys are doing a wonderful job. Okay, go ahead.
If you want to sponsor our show, we're actually open to sponsorship. So yes.
See, white people, they always trying to get some shit. Next thing you know, they'll be trying to take over the company. That's not me. Go ahead, come on.
Anyways.
You're Wakanda forever. Come on, finish.
Because see, here's the thing. It's like in most countries in Africa, there's like less opportunities over there. Like the government, an example, when it comes to the government will not assist you with as many things such as like food stamps or medical or something like medical healthcare or something like that. Yeah. Nothing, like basically you're on your own. But then when you come to over here, you'll find like the government will help you with like assisted like food stamps and like medical and stuff and like many other things. So we will like get those ones, but as well work into getting out of them. But then when some people come here from Africa. And they look at black people and they say that, and they see that the way they are.
Here we go, America. Here we go.
Here we go.
Okay.
I can only see why they look down. The representation is just
wow. And this motherfucker is the dirty definition of a serial killer. But the representation is, it's on my fault. Come on, Kenya boy. Let's finish this up. So why do you look down on me?
I plead the fifth.
No, check it out. No. I don't even take it personally no more. Okay, because I just think you guys are fucking stupid. All right, but stop playing. But I've talked to people who say that's just a stereotype. That's not true. And I'm like, that's bullshit. It is true.
Stereotypes come from somewhere.
Technically,
very true. He just said it was very true. So you know what I mean. And
well, he has lived here more than any of us. So he has experience.
What he's trying to call me is old in a motherfucker because I've lived here longer than any of them.
Right?
Okay, but here's the thing about that. I know some bullshit when I see. So anyway, hold on, because I'm not finished. Okay, because for me, a lot of this is very funny. Okay?
I know, I'll be too.
Because I don't look at you as a person who looks down on me. Okay, I know a lot of African brothers from all over, from Senegal to fucking Ghana to motherfucking Lagos, right? And that's a theme with all y'all on the inside. Okay, however. The ones who have been over here longer, or the newer ones, you know what I mean? If you're like 19 when you come over here, you don't think that way. If you're like 45, you do think that way. You know what I mean? Because you came over here like in the 80s, the 90s, and then you know what I mean? I guess you saw black people at their worst. But, once you got over here, motherfucker, you're black people now. You know what I mean?
I just got a theory. Okay, maybe
the white man has a theory.
Maybe
let's see what this is about.
What it is.
I'm so we're doing the podcast.
Yeah.
I think for like
that's my memoirs. Them goddamn white people. That's the name.
Are you done?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I think most people that come to America from other countries probably look down on most Americans, especially if they feel like we're wasting our opportunities. But since, Africans, majority probably are black, maybe they just feel more comfortable looking down on you more closely, because they feel like they relate more. Maybe they're scared.
As stupid as that fucking theory is, it's pretty much right?
It's like
it's pretty much right,
like,
isn't it?
oh well, we're
you
both
feel more comfortable talking about us rather than everybody. You know what I mean? Because
they talk about white people behind their back, and they'll talk about you in front of them.
No, they talk behind my back. Most of the time, I had to ask a motherfucker. I'll be to slap the shit out of me. You ain't gonna play me, bitch. I had 3 generations of people fighting for this country. Fuck you. Okay.
I thought it was longer.
I know, but my feelings was hurt again. And you know that. I'm sorry, America.
No.
This is a rough one. Okay, now, stop.
No, but like
first of all, wait. We have to go to a different segment, Alex.
No, let him answer. What are you gonna say?
Nah, I was gonna say, like, at least for most people that I know, it's basically they will not look down upon you because everybody is in the same boat. Once you land in America.
Yeah, that's what we say. That's not what y'all say, motherfucker. Because you bring your black ass, and I am from are you from Senegal? No, where them people Kenya the runners? Okay, I am from Kenya. Now, when you go to Kansas, motherfucker, you black, okay? It don't matter where you black, okay? And they call you
save me.
Huh?
The accent will save me.
It will not save your black ass, okay? Because guess what? The last time you'll hear that accent is, please stop, okay?
You don't think he could disguise it as a country accent? You know what I mean?
They gonna beat his ass, okay? Then they gonna call him an imported nigger, okay? They gonna beat his ass, okay? Stop playing. I'm just saying, that's the way they are, and don't get me wrong. I was saying they like you don't know what I'm talking about.
What are you trying to say?
I ain't trying to say it. I'm just Alex. Here's the thing though. If there was some shit go on in here, I'd have to count on Brendan. I couldn't count on your punk ass. But it being you should be against the imperialists, okay? But because the imperialists, that's my boy, you know what I mean? And your punk ass did nothing but talk about me. So I'll be on his side. I know I'll be on Catan for that shit, but fuck you.
But hey, we all know if there was some shit going on, we know who started it. You know what I mean?
Alex, that is very true, Alex. That is very, very true. Brendan's punk ass is very, very, I know how you feel, okay? I feel that way too. You just don't know. Sometimes I'll be looking at you and talking about, why are we friends? This fucking ass is crazy, okay? But I know one thing, when the shit happens, I'd rather be on the serial killer side than against him. Because, he's going to get you first. He's going to think, he didn't want to hurt his friend. But you're dinner. Did y'all hear Jeffrey Dahmer in Africa?
So, hey, what was the next segment you wanted to go to?
Oh, no, you didn't want to go, motherfucker. See, America, this is the way it goes. Have you heard of Jeffrey Dahmer in Africa?
We do.
Y'all heard it? What the fuck does that mean? We do. Have you heard of him?
He's been here for 10 years.
Yeah. In Africa. Y'all heard of him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I don't know, but don't y'all have, cannibals in Africa? They don't count. Is that like in the South Pacific? And, Guam and some shit where they
some areas they do, but not like
some areas of what? Africa?
In some areas.
So the answer originally should have been yes.
Right.
We have cannibals in Africa. Okay.
It's a big continent.
Exactly. And some areas they may have it. Some areas.
In Kenya, do they have cannibals?
I mean, what, you think there's a Facebook page or something?
I'm just saying, they got to get together some kind of way, you know?
You can only assume,
Hey, for a good time, come get Jabuta Kaka, and we're going to be roasting people this weekend.
You got an uncle you don't like anymore?
Yeah. Well, we make good barbecue.
We do not have cannibals. No.
No. Y'all got, the best runners in the world, all right?
I know, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because we got whooped when we were kids, so you had to run away.
What the fuck?
You got what?
Nah.
What'd you say?
You got whooped by kids? Oh, whooped as kids?
No.
We got whipped as kids too. My black ass ain't running. Shit, I bought a $65,000 truck and I could drive that bitch to bed. run.
No,
Stop playing with me.
I'm just.
Okay, we gotta go to our next segment, Alex. Stop stuttering.
All right, next.
Okay, take that. Hold on. We need to go to our next segment because I'm out of ice. So this is where the camera is going to cut off because got some ice, please. Thank you very much.
Violet.
What's the
I
segment?
told you, he'll be the first one to. Black on black crime. I'm African.
See what I'm talking about? You still black in America, bitch.
Do you want some water?
No,
Some more
good.
water. Well, just in case you want some.
Yeah.
Where's the bathroom?
It's right here.
All
And
right.
it's $30.
$90?
Yeah, just to pee.
You know how the rich stay rich?
For real. It's always the white people. It's always the white people. Oh goodness. Well, America, Alex is going to urinate, and
Well, here, let me
I know, really.
because it cut out again. So good thing we got two cameras going.
yeah.
There you go.
Okay, again, Alex is going to the bathroom, and I don't know what the fuck he's doing. But here's the deal.
You don't.
What we need, okay, is, and I want y'all to understand something. This next part is going to be a segment where we talk about religion. So all you religious people who have some axe to grind,
Hey,
Fuck y'all,
this ice
okay.
is not iced yet.
and have it's getting a little cold, okay?
Actually, I have these rocks, ice rock.
The dude's got some rocks. How come a crackhead? I don't do that no more, motherfucker. What is that?
They're just ice rocks. They're cold rocks.
I don't know. Hell no. I see white people.
That's what.
That's how they get you tripped out. They bring you to introduce some shit to you. Next thing you know, this is some new shit for you, and the next thing you know, you're naked on a bench in Central Park. It's just, I know how they are. That's how they operate. Okay, but anyway, so, again,
Ice rocks, meth rocks. You know.
see, I'm black. We don't do meth. We do crack.
Oh,
So,
my bad. Excuse me.
oh, this terrible. Oh Lord.
I wonder why this thing shuts off when it does.
Maybe because you're not
Maybe because
touching it.
I don't know. He does a lot of drugs,
No.
and then he shoots a lot of porn. And the problem is, it's really masturbation videos. Cause he's,
I'm so glad I'm friends with you.
I didn't want to tell you. But
That's
We're back. I think.
yeah, we are.
we're back, but I ain't get no fucking ice. Okay, America.
You ain't getting none.
Okay, so that's some drugs. Okay, because normal people have ice. He knew this shit was that going on.
I have cold rocks. Right? Do you want them or not?
He dumb bitch. How do you know how to take no shit like that? Remember he said he got some cold rocks. He found some rocks outside. They was coming down with a poking hot drink. Ain't that a bitch out of this? Unbelievable. Okay, so our next segment, Alex.
Next segment.
Oh,
All right.
okay, is about religion. Okay, do you know the difference between Lucifer and I already told you? Do you know the difference between Lucifer and Satan?
They're both the same
How do you figure?
because it's in the Bible.
It's not in the Bible.
They say
How you gonna ask a man a question and he gives you an answer? You say no.
Because he hasn't answered the question yet.
All right.
yeah, it's written in the Bible of like Lucifer and the devil, and plus it's the same thing because Lucifer and the devil are like evil basically.
Okay. First of all, let's start over. I'm sorry because I just threw that at you. All right. Are you a Christian or not? Do you have
I'm
Christian
a
beliefs?
Yeah, I'm a Christian.
I'm not. Okay. So
I am.
he is. Yeah.
Me and my brother.
Like I'm a white man from El Paso. Okay. But okay. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Felt me to specify because I didn't know we were going down this road, so just
but here's the thing though. Okay. So wasn't Lucifer like the most beautiful angel in heaven?
Mhm.
Okay. and Satan is not, right?
It's the same thing, cause
How is it the same thing? Satan is the evil, and Lucifer wasn't.
well,
And just a preface, I thought CN was Satan, but then when you see how ugly he is, he couldn't.
That motherfucker ain't had pussy since '62. My motherfucking ass is ugly, okay? You know, even I'm so ugly, I realize that, I was going to pay for some. Sooner or later, he's going to realize it too. But that's not what I'm betting. I'm betting he's going to realize he's a homosexual. Okay, so let's go on now. We can talk about his love life in a few minutes. Okay, that's a different segment. Okay, so are you a Christian person? So you believe, okay, let me ask you a question in your belief system.
mm-hmm.
Do you believe that being a Christian gives you an opportunity, okay, to allow other people to believe in what they want to believe in?
I mean, you can believe in order to believe in, but that's not a place for me to judge, because God is the only one who judges, and I cannot judge.
No, I judge him. I judge like a motherfucker. I'm just saying.
Again, like, that's not for me, because again,
Oh, then
I
you
am,
said
I am not,
God was the only person.
I am not, yeah.
It's still the same
I say it because even though like I have Christian beliefs, and
Does Africa have Christian beliefs?
Mm-hmm.
And so African people,
I feel like a
before
lot
you
of
came
people
over here?
Yeah.
in Africa are Christians.
A lot of people.
I don't know, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah,
So Africans and people in Africa believe in the Christian belief? Okay, then can you explain to me why the picture of Jesus has blonde hair and blue eyes? Okay, in the Bible?
That's not because
Do you
of
believe
Africa.
that? I mean, as African people, I myself believe this way. But being a devil's advocate at this point, okay, I'm saying, why would a black man believe in the religion of his oppressors? Okay, and you being from Africa, why would you believe in that shit either? Okay.
Well, cause even in the my personal explanation will be the Bible was written like many years ago, before even that we knew of Africa or like America.
Well, you don't know.
Like every other continent, it's in the.
The Bible was written before we knew about Africa?
Before we knew like about continents of this world, like Africa and all of that. Before they started naming them.
This is why I voted to get like a regular African. These retarded motherfuckers. I'm like, that's not true.
It is true.
Do you also know that the Bible wasn't written, okay, for
And plus
500
also-
years after the death of Jesus Christ? Did you know that?
Yeah, but also, here's the thing too. Here's the thing. It also classifies in the Bible about like Egypt or Israel.
Mm-hmm.
And those are real countries in Africa.
The people group started on that side of the world. So, I mean, how, if it didn't start in America, how could it be your oppressors' belief when it came from your side of the world?
Exactly.
Well, okay, now that is very good. That is very good, except for that's some bullshit, okay? Number one,
Just 'cause-
I will explain how it is the oppressors, since you said it that way. Okay, because one...
Plus we were never colonized
by...
by Americans.
What?
We were never colonized by Americans.
Who wasn't colonized by Americans? I think we've had an international flashback. Who was it?
Our colonizers were British. So they just came from the neighboring...
Okay, I'm sorry. Your colonization came from the people who colonized us? Okay. Oh, yeah. We're way off, okay? Oh, my God. I need me listen. I don't care where you're
But
from.
it was
South
different.
Africa,
It was
North
different
Africa,
twice.
West Africa, Kenya. Well, I don't want no more Kenyans. Okay? Some Guyanese and all the rest of it. Send somebody over to explain this shit. This dumb motherfucker. Okay? Okay. Now, I say first of all, I'm just fucking with you on the real. Because you have a right to believe whatever you want.
I mean, yeah.
Okay? And if you believe in God, you should have that right. Okay? I think
That's what the freedom got me. The freedom of religion.
See? But he was Schroeder in the play. Okay. I know all the white people was like, Schroeder? What's German? This ain't German, mother. You'd have been better playing Othello, but you don't know nothing about Shakespeare, so okay.
Schroeder
I gotta try different.
I know you did. It's like he trying to be not, you know, you can believe Brendan as, you know, Eminem, but how about as Tupac? You know? Same way I believe he's Schroeder. I believe he's Tupac. Well, Biggie Smalls, okay, good.
Hey, and that's, you know, that's actually something that bugs me is, you know, when I make it as a famous rapper, you know, that people will not compare me to Tupac. They'll only compare me to all the white guys.
Wow. That was some profound shit, wasn't it?
You know?
He wants to be, you know, known, well, okay. First of all, you got to be better than, you know, Milli Vanilli before you can be better than Tupac or the white guy.
I didn't say better. I'm just, you know, it's an interesting observation that our world tends to separate us to this day. You know what I mean? It's a good time. Yeah.
I keep looking at the camera because I just can't believe America.
You know what he needs? He needs sleep, because right now.
America. Do you see what I see? You know, they make a good team. A team of mutants. There's some dumbasses right here. This one gave us, you know, the history of Christians in Africa. And he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, but we went with it. And this one tried to back him up. At this stage, Your Honor, I had to kill him. Like it was my choice at this point. You know. So, let me ask you another question, okay, about religion, okay? When you came over here, okay, did you come over here expecting to? Because I know a lot of African people who have a real devout religious belief and were Christian and have a Christian heritage, right? Did you come over here that way, or did you find out once you got here?
So I grew up as a Christian with a Christian family.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, when we came here, I was still believing in God.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a time after I graduated, well, no, after I was like in college, I started doubting until like at one point, and then I just started kind of making my way back to church. So.
Nice.
So started reading the Bible, and then eventually got.
You go to church now and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you go?
It's called the 514 Church.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Does it meet at 514?
Hmm?
Does it meet at 514?
What's the meaning of it?
Do they meet at 5:14 a.m.? That's supposed to be a joke.
It was supposed to be. Well, a very good one, obviously.
I know, right?
That's it.
Nah, I couldn't understand you because of the list.
I'm the unintelligible one. Oh my goodness.
I know you're jealous of my accent, but
No, I'm in the army.
No, I'm jealous of how you did like that. I mean, you know, I think it's true colors.
But
it's the true colors shining through.
But in the army, I have a lot of friends from Africa, and a lot.
How is that possible? In the American Army?
Yes.
How you have African?
A lot of people get citizenship through the military, and most of them are Christians.
Do the Mexicans know about this?
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I guess not.
Oh my goodness.
But
so how you got over here?
Hold on. And
I know you're a coward ass wouldn't be no soldier.
But
right,
they will claim to be Muslim so they don't have to shave, but a lot of them are Christian.
I thought y'all was all Muslims.
There's in Africa, the biggest religions are Christianity and Muslims and
No shit.
and Hinduism.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah.
Then the top two
and
are.
then the rest I have no idea.
I think that's how the world
Yeah.
is, though, right?
Yeah,
Well,
pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's Christians, Hindus, and Christians, Islamic people, and Hindus. So
That was the craziest part, because like for me as like a Christian, I thought that there were only those three religions.
Really.
Yeah, until I came here and
Right,
I started hearing about like
dumb as
the
African
atheists
we can
and
find.
all of that, and I started googling like what it
Dumbest
meant. And
This nigga so dumb, he dumb like on 7 continents.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. We can edit that out, but
No,
you
no.
better not, okay?
Hey,
What?
So, Sied,
What?
that if you're putting him in the hot seat, what are your beliefs? Do you have a religion?
What?
Do you have a religion that you believe in? Do you have any belief system?
I do. First of all, I believe that there is any supreme being would be a God. I mean, 'cause that's the definition. So I believe that, but I believe that people believe in their religion the way the Jews and the Greeks and the Romans believed in their religion. You know what I mean? To death.
But what
I don't
does- what
believe
does
that
CA
way. I don't
believe?
believe to death. Okay? I don't believe that because you don't believe the way I believe, you should have to die. Okay? What I mean? And more things have been killed in the name of God than has been killed in any other way. Okay? That's fucked up if you think about it. So, do I think that the word of the Christian word has been bastardized to where it has meant something to the people? And not religion? I do. Because the biggest corporation in the world is the Catholic Church. Okay? They make more than anybody. IBM can't even come close. Okay? But,
Do you think any of that's justified, though? Like
I
the
don't know.
hospitals and...
No, I don't think it's justified at all. I think because you have manipulated people and bastardized the word of God to where you get what you want. So how does the end justify the means?
I'm
So
not
I-
supposed to be judging, but I'm kidding. Nah.
Well,
I
Okay,
think what's
okay,
tough,
okay.
too, is like, because you see a lot in the Christian church, is like, a mega church, and so a pastor might actually have his own businesses on top of running a mega church.
My
So,
sister-in-law called Joel Osteen a motivational speaker only. He
Yeah,
is not a preacher.
right.
However,
I think
he
he might
has
even
40
say that.
fucking thousand people who follow him.
Yeah.
So how is he not a preacher?
No, but here's the thing. Like how I believe it, how I view it is religion and Christianity is basically different things. Cause like even though somebody may say like religion basically,
Mm-hmm.
how I view it is where everybody wants you to believe in something that they believe in.
Yes.
That's like basically religion.
Yeah,
But the way I look at it is
Mhm.
like my personal walk with God. And
Well,
that's how I
pretty good.
look. Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So the way
That's what you
other
look at,
people
huh,
believe
Rich?
in it,
I mean, your little personal walk
and
with God.
that's yeah. And
I know
that's
God,
how
and he doesn't like either one of y'all. He told me it doesn't. He's like, these motherfuckers.
You want to know how CN started this conversation originally? Okay, he calls me, and once in a while he'll do this. Okay, well we talk all the time, but he calls me. He goes, "So I gotta ask you. You started out with the Satan and Lucifer, and then it quickly transitioned. So if I put a gun to your head,
Cause he lied.
he's like, and I tell you,
we got Jesus in here.
no, listen, and he says either you denounce your faith or I kill you. And he said, "What are you gonna do?" I said, "Well, I'd like to believe I would."
Like you believe that means he's not gonna do it. That's what
No.
he's saying.
No.
Actually, that's not, cause like an example was like a couple years. I think it was either in 2012 or 2013. I'm not sure about the specific year, but there were terrorist groups from Somalia. They are called Al-Shabaab.
Yeah.
Came one Saturday to a mall in Kenya, and they started using the name of Allah to kill people.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, because like even Muslims, there are some good and bad Muslims.
Yeah.
And Muslims. And basically what had happened was they were going inside the mall and they would ask people if you believe in Allah, and if you didn't, they will like shoot you right there and you'll die. And if you do believe in Allah, they will tell you to recite a verse from a Quran book, from the Quran, and if you do, then they will let you go. So a lot of people a lot of people died that
I was gonna be fucked up.
day.
You know what I
So
mean?
it's like, it's
So I'm gonna lie,
religion.
but you know,
Well,
it's just
But it's like the secret.
I was just saying I would like to believe I would stick to what I believe, but
Okay, how the conversation came about.
hold on, but I don't know exactly what I would do in that situation. So
He's
that's
lying.
that's
He's
me
lying.
being honest.
He's not
I
being
know
honest.
what I would want to do.
You know what you're
But
saying?
I'm not
If you
gonna
know-
act
if
like-
he can say that he knows what he wants to do, then he knows what he would do. Okay? And this is how this came about.
So you do
Jesus
everything
is
you
walking
say.
in the mountains in Arafat or wherever the fuck it was, okay? And the devil was talking to him, you know, if you hungry, turn the mountains into bread and all that shit. You remember that when he's being tempted by it? Okay? And I was saying, okay, that's not a fair representation because Jesus was in heaven, so he knew what he'd be giving up. Okay? As opposed to you not knowing. So if I came to you and put a gun to your head and said, hey, do you believe in God? And you know, your natural instinct would say, this motherfucker's gonna kill me. No. Okay? And he's saying he wouldn't say, what he said was, he would like to believe that he would. So that means he wouldn't. Okay, that's what, does that mean? Because if you would believe that you would, that's what you would say, right?
I mean, true.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
No, but you're assuming you know how you're gonna be in a situation, and
I know how I'm gonna be in a situation. The most basic instinct in any person is survival.
Listen,
Okay.
but yeah, but also,
see
What?
it.
What?
We're lucky you
Fuck character if I live. Okay.
Hey, we're lucky you get somewhere on time so much to even know that you're gonna be there. I mean, how you
You got another 15 minutes, motherfucker.
We're counting every breath at this point, so you know.
oh, that's
Wow. See, this is why America. I don't like. I'm kind of a racist because you know I don't like Africans. I definitely don't like white people. Oh my god. And Germans, you motherfuckers are definitely going. I made the Christmas tree, so I'm kind of, anyway.
So,
but then y'all had Hitler, so you know what I mean.
What's one of the worst moments you've had in comedy?
worst moments.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them, so take your time.
No, like it was just like a terrible night, or.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of them. Take your time.
I mean, I don't know if you had.
We're here to
remember
listen. We're here to help.
Specific one.
You know, use it as a cathartic moment.
Oh man.
Listen, 1 from 10.
1 to 10. 1
No,
to
You know, you had a lot of moments. That was,
No.
I mean, you know. What about your baby pictures? I know that had to be terrible.
Or baby pictures.
Okay, what was one of the best moments you've had in comedy?
Best moments was getting to perform at the Funny Bone.
Okay.
That one was like, I was looking back and I'm like, okay, this, like,
Was we on the same stage as the Funny Bone?
Mm-hmm.
We were?
We were,
Okay.
yeah. So
How'd you like
That was-
performing there?
it was good.
Yeah.
No, I don't. That's why I asked.
And he blames us.
I thought I did well. That's all I'm going to say. You know, did better than your punk ass now. So anyway, I don't know, Alex. I don't take it as like everybody else does. Like the Funny Bone's like the pinnacle or some bullshit. I mean, I think you did well. You know what I mean? But I've seen you do a lot better and a lot worse. You know what I mean? So, you know, I've seen you. I was like, why are these motherfuckers laughing? Because I don't understand shit he's saying. But he was killing them, you know what I mean? And the Funny Bone is kind of funny too. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, so
You need to get your ears checked. But
I don't know, because I've heard it a lot of other times. And this was not funny. You know, you'd be like, wow. All you'd be waiting for is Tarzan to come in.
he was on the Vietnam War. I'm pretty sure those are the ears went out.
Which brings me
My
to
daddy was in the Vietnam War, you son of a bitch.
He got the jeans from his daddy.
I'm supposed to bring my clothes back because they too big. You know, and I forgot to bring him back to it, and I was supposed to be coming over here today, but the traffic was, it was rough. Okay, the religious segment part is over.
Okay.
But I thought that was pretty good. I mean, because you know, I believe that people shouldn't shy away from them, you know, because that's if they believe that way, that should be part of who you are and who you show people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So many people try to run away from, you know what I mean, being, you know, you're a Christian or you're an atheist or you're a Islamic person or you're a Hinduist. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. As long as you ain't trying to hurt me, you know, or nobody I love. Because if you are, then, you know, there's a word for people like you. It's called dead.
I don't know if that was a statement or a
no,
threat.
it's a fact. Yeah, I'm not going to let you kill me or nobody I love. Okay? But, you know, but everybody has an opportunity to be who they want to be and believe the way they want to believe. And it shouldn't affect another person, you know what I mean? It shouldn't make me mad because you're this or you're that. If we don't believe the same way, so fucking what? You know what I mean? You know, and it's a perfect opportunity for you to convince me or me to convince you. But if we can't even sit down and talk, how can that ever happen? You know what I mean? Or find common place. You know, and let me just say how that is. That's the white man. The white man has done that to us all. You knew when I looked over there, you was in trouble.
I saw the tide turning in the left. I didn't think you were going that way.
Oh, yes.
I thought you were going to say, you know, that common place between you and I am such good friends.
Well,
This the white man.
Despite our differences.
Good thing for me, I did not get to meet white people until I was in 2nd grade, so.
I met the motherfuckers in kindergarten. I'm like, what the hell happened to you? Where your color went?
You didn't meet that many white people till 2nd grade, you said? Okay.
So
I was in 2nd or 4th grade.
Yeah, you a spare.
I grew up
met the
around
motherfuckers in kindergarten and it wasn't pretty.
I grew up around Chicago and there was a bunch of diversity. Then when I moved to Warren, Ohio, I went to like a pretty much all white school. I was like, where did everybody go? So I was.
Well, it's just opposite for me.
Yeah.
I was at Buchanan High in Troy, Missouri, and it was a whole bunch of white people.
I went to school.
And then I went to school in Crenshaw High in Los Angeles, and it was like going to school in Kenya. Okay. No, I said, where's all the white people at? You're in the wrong school, kid.
The only person who I ever saw white, but he was still from Africa, was this, there was this kid, I think he was from like Israel. And yeah, that man, the sun did not look, the sun, when the sun burnt, his face was burning too.
Do you have a funny moment during comedy that comes to mind, like a really funny night or moment or story?
Or when you was really funny, which is not going to take long.
Oh my gosh.
Kind of like you.
Oh yeah.
I can't believe you came to my podcast and then insult me. Oh my God. I asked for you to come here. That's how you going to act? You are a terrible person. I didn't know that motherfucker come.
America, one thing you might notice is Sia, and you know, he tends to just speak whatever he wants.
I told you I wasn't born in this century. I was, but
we were at an open mic, and they just opened up a roast of Sia on the spot because you wouldn't stop heckling everybody.
That is not why. That is not why. And I said I wasn't going to say his name because he kept calling my phone and got me in trouble. I said I wasn't going to say his name because I don't want to get a motherfucking But let me just tell you this. That ain't what happened. Okay? What?
Anyways.
Your ass wasn't even there.
Did you remember a funny moment?
Man.
Besides your birth? Because I mean, wow, that's some funny pictures.
Nah.
Probably your mom wasn't very happy. She's like,
listen,
what the fuck?
You can listen to his insults and still think about a story and talk about it.
No, he can't. Okay, go ahead. Try. Give it a shot.
Alive,
give it a shot.
Anyway.
Give it a shot. I'm going to shut up here in just a second and let you have the floor.
He just told us that you
Okay.
you just dissed his dead mother.
Your mom's passed away?
No, I said at least half of my mom's alive.
So do I, motherfucker, okay? And I ain't happy about it. No, I'm just lying, mom. Okay? Because, you know, if my mom sees this shit, your mom might be alive, but you might not be, motherfucker. She, you know, she's an African hunter. She doesn't like y'all.
African
She doesn't like y'all either, okay? It's like, you think white people racist, you haven't seen shit till you seen old black people, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, because they hate everybody. Okay, but anyway.
What day?
Oh, you trying to say it's me too? Yes, I do. Okay, I didn't want to put it out there like that, but I hate everybody. Okay.
Well, I guess we'll just make this our outro.
I guess so.
And this will be your funniest moment ever, I guess.
Well, they ain't that a bitch.
Unless you have something in mind.
Dude, where are you funniest at?
The funniest at?
What are your best sets?
One of the, I guess it's the time that I'm acting as myself.
Like, just me and not like trying to think on what I wanna say.
Yeah, you don't do well thinking. Thinking is
Just,
he
it
doesn't
just
do
comes
well
out of
thinking.
my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brendan doesn't do well thinking
I
either.
think
so
that's all of
I think
us.
it's like everybody under 35. They Audi
25.
25.
Yeah.
You can't be that dumb and just 25 people. Oh fuck. You gotta be at least Brendan's age, right?
It's alright.
There's
He
another-
started to lose them away, so he does not know what,
They won't be mad
what's
with me.
smart or not is not.
They won't be mad with me.
All right.
'Cause I'm messing with these.
Oh,
You know,
man.
this is like the intellectual Mount Rushmore right here. There's two of them. You know, I just got to find Pee Wee Herman and Bernie Mac. They're the greatest. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I think that was pretty good.
Well, we're not done yet. So,
No, we-
do you got any questions for us before you get out of here?
What the fuck you looking over here for?
Nah, it was a pretty cool. It was a pretty cool segment.
All right. Well, yeah. Thanks for
Do you-
coming last minute.
Do you feel that we were mean to you in any kind of way?
I'm gonna go cry on my pillows. Nah, I'm kidding. Nah.
It's too late now, but damn it. Okay.
The camera has already said all your.
I know there was a whole bunch of crying growing up looking the way you do, but you know now, you're used to it right now. You're used to it, huh?
Thank you for being a last minute guest and our first
first
guest.
Yes, baby, you fag.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we'll see. So, we're going to give you one of my Kick Bass t-shirts.
Yes, and
thank
we're
you.
sponsored by Kick
Kick
Bass
Bass Productions.
and Kick Bass Production. They're a skateboard based
Thank you.
company, and
Yeah.
you know, like my black ass can skateboard, but his punk ass went and found a skateboard company.
Yeah.
Okay, but and look, we want to see that fucking thing on, okay? Because if you don't put it on, we're taking it back. Okay?
You heard it.
I'm sorry, but when did you know?
we gonna give it to Blind Larry, so we gonna give him white ones.
The skateboard does not even know who you are.
We gonna say
To
Blind
make a
Larry.
bet with you.
It says Kick Bass, but it's gonna be just a white T-shirt.
That's so mean. Well, hey.
Hey, and then he gets home, he's gonna think he's got some. As soon as he says to somebody, look at my new T-shirt, he'll be like, what the fuck? Daddy, it don't say nothing. No. Just like you don't speak English that well. What do you think that says?
And on that note,
Keep
thanks
it
for
forever.
tuning in to Everybody Last Podcast. See you next time.
I feel like he cut me off and
You
that
too.
hurt my feelings.
You
and
too.
I feel like he was trying to shut me up.
I'm not.
Okay, and
I'm done.
I don't mind him fucking over
We're
Alex,
gonna
but
keep
that hurt
going,
my feelings.
Oh no.
Okay, you ready?
Kinda like you. You lived in this country and you cannot even speak that English that well.
I know, bitch. Is that thing on? That was so good right there.
I'm keeping
You
it,
stupid motherfucker.
He
Y'all
still-
speak
he
English
still-
well.
He still speaks like the guy friend.
Oh my God, you son of a bitch. If you would have been free too. You acting like, you'd be like, where's all slaves and you brought your black ass on paper, and we would have understood that you wasn't. They was gonna put a yoke on your black ass too. You'd be upset because remember that's how Kunta Kinte talked like you do.
Who is that?
That's on Roots. Oh, I guess you don't want to remember. You don't want to remember that. Why? Because that's what we were slaves and you were free. Now everybody's a slave. Yeah, one time I was free. Now, well, I guess you still free. That motherfucker had a job for 6 months, y'all.
What Martin
What are you
Luther
talking
King
about how
said?
fucked up America is? That motherfucker, do you have a job?
I do. When Martin Luther King said he had a dream, he was speaking about
He
Sierra.
wasn't speaking about your DoorDash ass. He was expecting you to be more.
he said, let Sierra go to sleep because he has a dream.
Oh my gosh.
I know that people in Atlanta, I know y'all want to kick his ass. We're going to let it go. We're going to let that one go because he don't mean that. If he's American, he knew better than talking about Dr. King. I'm going to fuck him up as soon as the camera's off.
Oh, man.
Well, that's pretty good. Well, where's my thing? I got another chart. Hey, look, I need you to see how these work.
Alright.
Okay, and because we ought to shoot another. That's pretty good, Alex. I mean, you're very funny and you're a good guest. You know what I mean?